I don't get excited too often about rumors, but this one definitely had me thinking. So let's dive into all the current rumors and theme park news happening right now. What's up guys, and welcome to the channel. Today we're actually going to be going over some awesome rumors and just overall news that's happening around the theme parks. This is actually a segment that I actually really love to do because it kind of lets us imagine what could be, even if it may not become a reality. It's still fun to talk about. So let's get into all the information that you guys need to know to have a better park experience. So our first stop is going to be over at Universal Studios. So if you guys have been to Universal Studios lately, you will know that they are doing a ton of construction all over the place. And you may have noticed some construction walls around the Shrek 4D ride. Now, if you didn't already know, the Shrek 4D ride has been closed permanently. Universal decided that it was time for it to go, and they were moving on to bigger and better attractions. Universal hasn't officially announced what's going to be there, but we do have some rumors and some speculation that may lead us to knowing what may be replacing the Shrek 4D theater. Earlier this week, a construction permit was filed by a company called Glide Path Limited. Now, Glide Path Limited makes moving walkways, specifically moving walkways that can turn corners. They also make some stuff for baggage claims and carousel type items like that also. But the attraction that Universal may be looking to replace Shrek 4D would benefit greatly from a moving walkway that can move around corners. So we do believe that there is going to be a Minions attraction. Universal has not really hidden the fact that they are trying to put a Minions attraction there. They literally put Minions themed construction walls up, and they've also put some stuff on their Instagram page, leading us to believe that another Minions attraction could be coming in the near future. We do believe a Minions attraction is coming for the Shrek 4D theater. We believe it's going to be based around Villicon from the Minions movies, and we believe it's going to have a shooter type aspect. So guests are going to be loaded onto a moving walkway type situation and then move through different scenes from the Villicon setting. Another major attraction that is undergoing some construction at Universal is the Mummy. The Mummy is a pretty awesome indoor roller coaster, and currently it is down for track replacement and other upgrades. So there is some speculation and even maybe some resentment around this repair. So while they're in there repairing things, there is some rumors that the Brendan Fraser scenes will be removed from the queues. Now, the videos from the queue on the Mummy are a bit dated, and the other Mummy rides at the other Universal parks do not have that specific queue, so it is kind of unique to the Orlando area. However, there were some people that were very upset about this possibly being removed from the ride. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. I definitely think just because it's unique to Orlando, I think they should keep it. I understand that it doesn't make a lot of sense for people that haven't been through the full queue, but it is what it is. Universal's going to do whatever they're going to do. So let me know what you guys think about them possibly removing the whole Brendan Fraser aspect from the Mummy. So there is some rumors that with the Brendan Fraser scenes leaving, that they may try to mix in some of the old Mummy movies into that. So we'll have to see what that holds. Now, the Mummy is scheduled to reopen summer 2022. So we'll see how that plays out and see if they can keep on track. Now, it's not just construction going on over at Universal. There's a lot of awesome stuff going on also. Mardi Gras is currently going on at Universal. Mardi Gras, as you probably guessed, is a Cajun-inspired food and concert series that Universal puts on every year. Universal usually goes all out with the concert series, and this year is no difference. They're bringing in some pretty good headliners like LL Cool J, Styx, Bare Naked Ladies, just to name a few, and they're also combining that with some pretty awesome Cajun cuisine. So Mardi Gras is happening a little bit differently this year. They are back to kind of a normal style Mardi Gras with doing a full parade. Last year they had kind of skipped the parade and just had the floats available throughout the park. This year when you're walking around the park, it doesn't really scream Mardi Gras because the floats are not there, but they are doing a full parade along with that food and concert series. So the Mardi Gras event at Universal is happening until April 24th. Along with that Mardi Gras event, you can also experience Mardi Gras at Busch Gardens Tampa and SeaWorld Orlando until March 6th. Although those two parks are not bringing in headliners as big as Universal, the food and drinks there are pretty good, and I will leave a link to that also. You can also find another event happening at SeaWorld, the Seven Seas Food Festival, which we believe is the best theme park food festival out of any of the parks. So if you want to check that out, I will leave a link to that down below. So now for one of my favorite rumors. It's no secret that if you've been around this channel for a while, you will know that we absolutely love Halloween time and we love all of the haunted events that come along with it. And because we live right here in Florida, we have a ton of events to choose from. One of those events obviously is Halloween Horror Nights that happens every year at Universal. Every time a Halloween Horror Nights event ends, there's always rumors coming out almost the very next day about what's coming for next year. So some of the rumors surrounding Halloween Horror Nights were actually kind of brought on about what Universal posted. So in their Twitter account, they actually posted a picture of old-time throwback Halloween Horror Nights when it was held at Islands of Adventure, known as the Islands of Fear event. This happened a few different years, 2004 being the year they actually had Halloween Horror Nights at both parks. So once that picture came out, it was obviously time to fire up the rumor mill, and since then the rumors have begun to fly about Halloween Horror Nights. So could Universal perform Halloween Horror Nights at both parks again? Yeah, I think they definitely could, and there are a few reasons why it might happen, and let's talk about it. So there is going to be a lot of construction going on at the Universal Park with some new rides getting done, etc., etc. That could lead to Universal maybe needing some space at the other park to put some haunted houses in. Also, with the Fear Factor stage being closed, and with that stage being on the chopping block and ready for a Harry Potter expansion, we do think that there is a limited area to perform a stage show like they did this year and in many years past. So there's not a really good place to do like a Bill and Ted show or even a Nightmare Fuel type show like they did this year. So where could they possibly do that? Well, there are a couple different stages, two of which are actually at Islands of Adventure. So that actually leads us into possibly having a two-park Halloween event. My last reason for this being a possibility is some of the other theme parks have begun to take advantage of the Halloween season and start doing Halloween events. One in which is SeaWorld, which did a Hollow Scream event this year, and it was actually really, really good and very successful. So successful that SeaWorld is actually going to bring that event back bigger and better this year. But because of that, and because Universal and SeaWorld are so close distance-wise, that leads me to believe that Universal may want to step up their game a little bit this year and just try to make a statement that they are the most epic Halloween event in the area. And obviously doing that at two parks, something that hasn't been done since 2004, could definitely do that. So I am going to do a whole video on Halloween Horror Nights speculation and what houses I think could be coming, but I definitely want to know what you guys think down in the comments. Let me know what houses you would like to see this year or what houses you're kind of hoping we might get in the near future. That would be awesome. Appreciate you guys doing that. So unless you've been living under a rock recently, you will probably know that there are a ton of new attractions coming from all of the theme parks. 2 new major rides / roller coasters coming from Disney. We've had 2 new roller coasters coming from the SeaWorld Busch Gardens parks. And then we've also had Velocicoaster, which just recently opened at Universal. So it is a extremely good time to live in Florida and be a pass holder. So I wanted to take just a quick second to talk about some of the rides and openings. So SeaWorld has a brand new launch coaster. It's actually their first launch coaster, Icebreaker, which is kind of a junior coaster, which bridges the gap between their kid zone and their major coasters. They didn't really have a ride that kind of fit in the middle there, and Icebreaker is definitely that ride. It's definitely a great ride if you're an adult or a kid. 48-inch height requirement. It does not go upside down, but it is still a pretty thrilling ride. We actually have full ride video, and I will leave a link if you guys want to check that out. Icebreaker is scheduled to open on the 16th of February, so coming up very soon. They are still holding pass holder previews, so if you guys haven't had a chance to get over there, I recommend heading over as soon as possible, or you can just wait until they open. Another ride that we have opening super soon is at SeaWorld's sister park, Busch Gardens. Busch Gardens Tampa Bay is known for having world record-breaking rides, and this year is no different. Iron Gwazi is a hybrid coaster, not just any hybrid coaster. It is the fastest, tallest, and steepest hybrid coaster in North America. So when we talk about major rides like Velocicoaster, just to give you an idea, Iron Gwazi is over 50 feet taller than Velocicoaster and reaches speeds about 6 miles an hour faster. It is a hybrid coaster, which means that it was built on a wood frame, but is a steel coaster. So it acts and feels like a steel coaster, but it still has that amazing character of riding a wood coaster. So you kind of get the best of both worlds. And we actually have ride footage of that from our pass holder preview. Speaking of pass holder previews, they are going to be doing tiered pass holder previews at Busch Gardens for this ride. So if you are a pass holder, you can see here in this chart, these are the different dates for the pass holders. So if you haven't been over to ride Iron Gwazi yet, definitely check that out. Not so much a theme park, but at Universal City Walk, we do have a rumor of an escape room possibly coming. So permits were filed a while ago for the Groove Dance Club, and some rumors are speculating that this space could be turned into an escape room. Not just any escape room, a Universal themed escape room. Now, Universal owns the rights to a lot of different horror films, and having their own escape room that is themed as well as Universal can theme something would be pretty awesome. So let me know down in the comments if you would like to see something like that come in. Now, I know it's not necessarily a theme park, but it would be pretty cool to have that there at your disposal. Prices, obviously, we don't know yet, but this will be at a theme park, so I can assume that it will definitely not be a cheap experience. One of the many ways COVID has negatively affected us is in price increases. So pretty much everything across the board, including theme park tickets and food, is going up. All of the parks seem to be following that trend, so be prepared to pay a little bit more for your annual passes when you go to renew. So big news from Disney, their Disney Wish cruise ship has hit the water. It is currently sitting in wet dock, getting some finishing touches put on it. It is scheduled to set sail on July 14th from right here, our home port of Port Canaveral. So we're pretty excited about that. It's gonna bring some big business to this area. So as far as that goes, that's pretty awesome. Now, the Disney Wish is going to be on par with all of the other Disney ships in that it's themed incredibly well. Hopefully we'll be checking that out very soon, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. So that's pretty much all I have for today, guys. Like I said, let me know down in the comments if you would love to see Universal Halloween Horror Nights be at both parks this year. I think it would be absolutely amazing and something that we haven't seen in many, many years. So I'm actually really looking forward to hopefully taking that from a rumor all the way into actually happening this year. That would be fantastic. And then let me know what you guys think about Shrek 4D being closed and a Minions ride replacing it, even though we have a Minions ride right next door. Do you think that was a good idea from Universal? Just let me know what you guys think in the comments. I appreciate you guys being with us. Like I said, the best way to support the channel is by hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel. So we will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for being with us, guys.